Alright guys, so let's move on to add some more interesting things on this jacket. Let's add some pocket here. So I'm gonna go select this guy, right? I'm gonna duplicate it. And for this new guy, I'm gonna go ahead and lower down the subdivision level to maybe 2 and delay higher, delay lower to give me just that geometry. Control Shift and click on the front one more time, and one more time on the other side. Control Shift and drag. If you're using a different brush, change that to select rectangular while you're still holding down Control Shift and drag out to flip that. And then we're gonna go ahead and do a delay hidden. Okay, so that I can focus on this part. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mask out the area I want to have the pocket. The mask I'm using is lasso. So if you're holding down Control and go to mask stroke, change that to lasso, right? Turn on symmetry so I can do both sides. Maybe it should be more straight from the front. That's not good. Maybe here then. Alright, cool. I guess that's the correct position. Not sure. Maybe a little bit closer to the inside. So let me just be really careful about where it is. Maybe here. All right. Not sure if it's too small. I can struggle on some of those things for very long if I'm not happy with the result I'm getting. So here maybe just a little bit bigger now. All right. I'm going to Control W to group that, and Control Shift click on it to delete hidden. Now it's having some chunky edge. I can use BSI slash curve to clean it up. So that's the edges. One more corner here. Okay. I don't want anything to happen here, so I'm gonna grab everything, Control W. I'm using mask to do that. Mask everything and Control W on the other side. I'm gonna cut the other side the same way. Okay. Just get a cleaner result. I like slash curve a lot because it just makes really clean cut lines. Oh, darn it. I must have done something that I don't want. Turn off symmetry and then mask and Control W. Otherwise, I'm also making this making the other side go crazy. I mean, go into the same group again. So again, one more slash curve, right? Slash that. This guy and this and that. I think that's actually more like a pocket over there. That is fun here. Maybe I can move it later on. For now, I'm gonna Control Shift and click on this one more time, and one more time there. Control Shift. Make sure you change that back to select. Control Shift and drag to reverse that, and then we can do a delay hidden. That's gonna give me a cleaner edge, and I can maybe fine tune the shape of those pockets. Okay, and then I'm gonna zero mesh them to get a better topology. I'm gonna go maybe half of that. Okay, so I'm getting a simpler geometry to work with. And then I'm gonna BZM again. Oh, let's actually do this. I'm actually gonna create the cap here too. So I'm gonna duplicate this model one more time. And for the duplicated guy, I'm gonna use slash curve again. So BSI, Control Shift and draw out a slash. Double click the the Alt button to turn it. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Now our model is not symmetrical, so I need to do that on on both sides differently, separately actually. So alright. So I'm gonna Control Shift, click on that, and one more time on the other guy, and do delete hidden again. That's gonna give me the cap. Right. So let's bring those guys out. BZM again here. I'm gonna bring the cap out like that. Go to turn on symmetry, right? Let me holding down Alt and click there. Go W, holding down Alt and click there. Maybe there. Oops. And then I can reset the orientation and we just rotate it a little bit. So maybe make it just open a little bit, right? Alright, and then go back to the pockets. We can also just extrude it out. Alright. It's supposed to be a very thin layer of fabric sticking or stitching on the surface, so we don't want it to extrude out too much. Fix that little overlapping. Back to the cap and drag it up a little bit and in. Alright, cool. So now we have those two pockets being created. And you can Control D now to subdivide them. But I want to hold the edge better. So before I Control D, I'm gonna go use Stroke Free Mesh Polygroup. So let's do a curve on that, on the edge of those polygroups. And BZM again, I'm gonna go hover the cursor on any of those curves, holding down space. I'm gonna do bevel, right, and click and drag to bevel that. Alright. Now the other side should be done the same way. So I'm gonna switch to this guy. Let's do the same thing, right? Free mesh, bevel all curves. Cool. Now if you Control D, it's gonna be sharper. Alright, so that's gonna be, you know, the techniques you create new patches and do stuff with these guys. So I think I'm happy with it. I just need to maybe start using sculpting too. But when you sculpt, you find it's going from the other direction. That means the normal is wrong. So we're gonna go flip the normal again. Again, it's underneath display property right here, and you do the flip. Right? So I can maybe draw some more random stuff here. Again, we can also prevent the other side from being changed by turning on backface masking, which is underneath brush. Auto masking, right? And then backface mask. So when you do some stroke here and there, it won't really do anything super bad on the other side. So I'm just gonna give it some more variation on the edge. Right. You can do a lot of crazy stuff now to enhance the detailing on the garment, right? But that's basically how you create patches to make things a little bit more interesting. Let's spend some time on this. Just some random stroke here to make it not as perfect as before. Smooth that edge out. That's the same thing here on this guy. This guy's also flipped, I guess. So let's go ahead and do a flip again. We can draw some stroke on it. Alright. I probably don't want it to have symmetry on for this guy, so I'm gonna smooth that out and redo this side. Alright. And of course I can give it stitches if I wanted to, right? I have stitch brush. I just created one, two actually earlier. You can download some other stitch brushes. Where is it? Here actually. So let me change the stitch back to this guy here. So I can, I need one more subdivision level, so Control D. One more time, let's take a look, maybe one more. Right, so I can do the stitch for the inside. Okay, smooth that out. Can fix that manually, or you can maybe be more careful when you're dragging these things out. Anyway, I'm gonna use the same stitch brush, right? And maybe I can stitch also the outside. So it's almost like this part is actually on top, right? It's having an extra layer of stuff on it. Oh, brush needs to be smaller. Alright, I can do even something here on the inside. We can do a lot of things now to really add detail to the garment. So I leave that for you to keep venturing more on the detailing part. On this part, you can spend a lot of time refining those kind of details. So yeah. If you don't like that little bump, maybe we can do this, right? BCU clip curve. I'm gonna just clip it. Right, to cut that out. So it really appears to be that it's just the border of that. Right? So yeah, a lot of cool things we can do again, just to have some fun with it. So anyway, that's gonna be it for this tutorial. We added a little patch for the pocket. Maybe we can venture more again on other parts of this garment. Maybe I can add some irregularities or imperfections. Okay, so see you next time.